Hi, my name is Sunil. I'm 24 years old. I grew up in a Malayali household. Was born, raised here though. Um, how I came to faith? I was young. I was about 8 or 9 years old, and this when I was six, my dad was diagnosed with kidney failure, and he had dialysis, and I had no idea what any of this meant. But when I was around 8 or 9, he went to India for the summer, and again, I had no idea. I thought dad was going for vacation, but as I grew older, I find out that he went for a kidney transplant. And that summer, I witnessed easily over 2,000 people pray for my dad. Like individuals actually pray for my dad. And my dad and my mom were in India, and I didn't realize what it was until afterwards. I saw my dad come back, and though things were not the same afterwards, he was a little weaker than when he first left. I saw the how big of a deal it was that he got a kidney, and then I realized that none of that would have happened without prayer, and who were people praying to, and what it really meant. Even though I grew up in the church, I didn't understand the real meaning of prayer, and who we were praying to, and what can be possible and probable through prayer. 2015 was an interesting year. I started the year off thinking about what is success, like what it means. In my mind, it was, your education, your career, the relationships you build, and in all three factors of my life, I was doing great. Right, I was finishing up my degree. I would be done. I had planned it out that I would be done in June, take one summer class, and boom, I would be done after that spring semester. I was dating someone for 2 years. We celebrated our 2-year anniversary the month before in December. And I was working. At a really good job. I was getting great experience from a guy that I really considered was like a mentor to me. And so as the year was winding down, January, February, March time, I let the guy I was working for know that after graduating, we'll look for a better job. He was totally okay with it. I gave him some names of people who were looking for jobs, and we were all set to go. Semester ends. I have a great semester. I passed all my classes with A's and B's, and I was really happy. And then I got a call. I got a call from Malloy, the college I go to, telling me that I wasn't able to graduate in the summertime because due to school policy, you can't take a certain class, your last class of the summer, and you need to take it during a semester. So that pushed my life back another 6 months to now have to finish in December. I had put so many things into place. I had told my boss I wasn't going to work anymore. I thought it was no big deal. So after I got the call, I actually got sick. I got sick for about 3 weeks to a month. It was like a cold, and then I got a stomach virus, and then I hadn't gone to work for 3 weeks. And then when I got back, I found out I was replaced. And so I no longer was going to finish school on time. I no longer was going to, I no longer had a job, right? So knowing this, and I was pretty down on my parents. They knew it. So what they did for me is, like, there was a car that we had for a long time that me and my dad worked on for years. I mean, it was a troublesome car, but I spent almost every weekend just with my dad and just working on that car. And some of the best and worst memories I have was working on that car. And my parents knew it, so they were like, let's make him feel better. Let's get the car painted. Let's make it look brand new, and he can drive it. And they know I'm not about. I don't care about like having brand new cars. To me, it's really just the memories that I made with that car. And so we get a good deal on getting the car painted. We came into the paint shop, and about a couple days passed, and I found out that one of the young kids who was supposed to be driving the car from the satellite location to the paint shop flipped the car 3 times and totaled the car. So now all the things I've held on to dear was pretty much wrecked and destroyed. I started reevaluating my life, and though I felt at my lowest, God always gave me something to be happy about. Now I had no job, and I knew I had to make some sort of money, so I picked up a valet parking job, right? And most people will tell you it's a really crappy job, and it is. But I gotta do some of the coolest stuff. I gotta meet Billy Joel. Had a 45-minute conversation with him. I got to drive a Ferrari, an Aston Martin, cars that I never thought in my wildest dreams I'd be able to do. Met some really cool people, and just I would never, go back from that. What else? So now, December, just a time of renewal as we look back on the year, and I now am done with college. I have a job with the largest firm in the United States. I start in a week. I'm beyond blessed right now. Instead of looking at the things I don't have, I look at the things that God has provided me, and just how faithful He's been in my life. And I told others before, like growing up in the CSI church, I sang the songs, I sang the hymnals. I never understood the hymnals. Not until this year did I understand what it meant. Some of these words in these songs, what they really meant. Great is thy faithfulness. How great thou art. So Rock of Ages. All these songs I've sang multiple times. I never understood. I do now. I really couldn't get through this rough patch in my life without Grace Church, specifically Pastor Justin. Every time something happened, I'd be able to go to him, and we'd meet up at a coffee shop in Bayside, and just we'd talk, and that helped a lot. Helped me vent, but also understand what was happening in my life. Not all the time are trials and tribulations a bad thing. It's something that you need to go through to get to the other side, to get to an understanding that you didn't have before. And I really hope the church, Grace, as a community, everyone gets this type of support that I've received. And I'm someone who's always been a support system for other people, and it was really my first time in my life, someone that I wasn't family or akin to, they took me in, and they prayed with me, and they listened to my problems. And while it was great to know that people aren't perfect, life situations aren't perfect, even for a pastor, for him to open up to me and to really feel like a human being on the same level as me was amazing. And I really hope for that to happen for the future. And so this is my story. We are Grace.